fellow budgeters, my name is Brandy and you're watching From Debt to Dreams. On this channel we're paying off over $400,000 in debt, but don't you fret, more than half of that is our mortgage. I wanted to come on here, it's Monday. Normally I start doing my expense tracking video and well, things have changed. So, things have changed in regards to not necessarily expense tracking. Nothing came out of our checking account, and we spent all of our grocery money. So I don't even have any rollover to go over with you today. I will write those down in my notebook, in this notebook tonight, and then I will go over that with you tomorrow. There's just a couple of cents left over that I can throw in my change jar. Not a lot. Anyway, but let's talk about what happened over the weekend really quickly. So I had Friday off of work. Friday was Good Friday. And the plan was for us to get our van inspected and then pay for the van registration and then just get all of our chores done at home, get the grocery shopping done, get the laundry done, get everything done so that on Saturday we could have a chill day of doing nothing. Well, I went to go to the inspection place to get the van inspected, and I failed the inspection because my tires were too bald in some areas, in areas that they shouldn't be bald. So I took my van to our usual very trusted mechanic, and they were like, okay, well, you need new tires, and we are going to suggest that you get 4 new tires because not only are your tires all messed up, but there's something going on. I forget exactly the words they told me, but there's something going on and it's messing with the alignment of your car. And so if we don't get that fixed, then you're going to have to continue to buy new tires more frequently because it's messing up with your treads. And we were like, okay, great. Well, how much will that be to get it all done today? Well, the way to get them all done today, all done on Friday, it would have been over $2,000. And you guys know my finances, and you know that I do not have $2,000. So I was like, okay, well, what's the biggest safety issue that we need right now? And he said it was the tires. He was really nervous about the tires. So I said, okay, well, how much are the tires? And he said the tires are going to be about $980. And I was like, okay, well, let's do that because we need that done. That's the safety issue. So unfortunately, you guys know I do not have $1,000 cash. So I did have to put that on our Capital One credit card. Yes, the credit card we just paid off. I was like so bummed out on Friday about all of this, and because it took up so much of my day. We had a Good Friday church service in the middle of the day, and so we were like trying to figure out what to do with the car, and then my husband had to come pick me up and like all these other things. And then when we were done with church on Friday, we went to go pick up the car because the tires were done, and then I went to Costco to do my grocery shopping, and then my husband came home with the children. So I paid the $900. It ended up becoming, after taxes and everything, it ended up being $995.22. Like, I was so close to reaching that $1,000 limit, and that's what that credit card has, is a $1,000 limit. So I put it all on the Capital One credit card. So we have to pay off the Capital One credit card again. But also, we need to save for this next repair that needs to be done, which is whatever it is that's messing with the alignment. The mechanic, we really, really trust them. It has been almost exactly a year since they told us we needed to replace the engine. And so I could go into the whole detail as to why I trust them so much. But I'm not going to. I trust them wholeheartedly. And so I know that they said it's not a safety issue, this thing that's messing with our alignment. However, if we continue to drive the van, without getting this fixed, our alignment will continue to be messed up, and then we're going to have to replace our tires more frequently than we would if this issue had been fixed. So here's what we're going to do. I know that on Thursday, like last week, I literally just put out a new video talking about my new goals. Well, that's all changing. Like, everything I said in that video to work on for the rest of this year is being completely scrapped. Mostly because of a couple of things. A, I need this van to be fixed. B, I need to pay off these tires because I don't want to pay interest on them. And C, as much as I really want to throw more money at the student loans, because right now they're in interest-free forbearance, I don't see that happening. We have to get this stuff. We have to get this van taken care of, because we are not in a position at all to get a new car. We don't have the money in our budget for a new car payment. We don't have anything like that. So we have to take care of the car that we have. So here is our new plan. I'm using, this is Karen's financial goal sheet that she has available for us on her Ko-fi shop, that she's from the Faithful Dash. I'll link her channel down below. So here's what we've got going on. I'm starting this in April of 2025, right? We're in the middle of April of 2025. Our first goal is we need to get the van repaired. I put the starting balance as $2,500, even though I know it's not going to be $2,500, but I put that extra $500 on there just in case of anything else from now between the time that this is paid off. So we're just going to use the debt binder to pay this. Now, what I need to figure out is the Capital One credit card has $995 on it, and our starting, and so that this amount is included in this. And so I need to figure out now, and I need to talk to my husband about it. Do we make the minimum payments on Capital One and then just start saving up for this? Or do we pay off Capital One and then put the next repair on the Capital One card and then pay Capital One? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what we should do. So if you have any idea, some Southern accent just came out. If you have any ideas on what I should do, Capital One is interest-free until July, I think. So, I'm not sure where I should put my money right now. But anyway, we're just, the savings challenges that we use in our debt binder, we're going to use to fund this. So I'm still going to call it my debt binder because I'm seeing this as a debt, even though it's not something we owe yet. It's just something that needs to be done. So I'm still going to use my debt binder for it. And there will be a debt, like I have already added a coloring sheet in here for this. So we'll start, you'll see this at the beginning of when I do my April closeout, because I've already made the debt binder payment of $244 that I just finished in my video on Tuesday went towards this Capital One payment. Like, I already paid it to Capital One, even though my original plan was for it to go to the student loan. After that, I know I wasn't aggressive in thinking about our emergency fund. And now I am, because I don't like the way I felt on Friday when I was like, how am I going to pay for this? And so I'm going to go back to the Dave Ramsey plan. I'm going to make sure I have $1,000 in an emergency fund. $1,000 is not enough, but at least it'll be there. Okay. So the plan for that is we're going to get the van repaired first. And then we're going to use our savings challenges from the debt binder to get our emergency fund up to $1,000. And then from there, we're going to get back to our debt plan. Hopefully we'll be able to get back into this before the end of the year. So my plan is I'm going to stop using the Citi credit card. Fun fact, it's April 21st as I am doing all this. It's my 12th anniversary today. I'm going to put a little picture of me and my husband up here on our wedding date. So cute. But I have yet to use the Citi card in April. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm very excited about that. We're going to get our van repaired first. So there's that. Then we're going to get the emergency fund $1,000, and then we're going to start using our debt binder again to start paying off some of these debts. And I I think I'm just going to go back to the good old plan of using the debt snowball. The debt snowball was working for us, and then I decided to go off course, and then things happened. Now, I understand life is going to happen. Financial setbacks are going to happen. It's just the way it is. Money ebbs and flows out of our lives, but that's what we're going to do. So currently right now in my savings account, I have $640. We do have a trip planned to Columbia, South Carolina for June. And so that money needs to be used towards that trip. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. We're going to need gas money when we're there. We're going to need lodging, not for the whole time. We'll be able to stay with the in-laws for some of the time. And then we're also going to need food. So I'm not touching the money that's in our savings account for this purpose. I don't think. My husband and I haven't really discussed the nitty gritty of it yet, but I don't think that that's what I'm going to do. I think we're just going to move forward with what we've got and do our best that we can to get this stuff done. So we've got the debt binder that we'll be using. We've got my $1 savings challenge book that is going to have $240 that was originally going to go to savings, but now it's going to go into this van repair, and we're just going to do my plan, and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm not going to be jumping around. So, because things were working, and then I went off course and started thinking differently about how I wanted to do things. So we'll do van repair, emergency fund, get back to our debt plan. So, that is what I have going on for us today. I'm going to put these right back in here so that I can see those every time I open up my little finance binder here, and just be reminded of what we're working towards. So like I said, here is our new sheet for the van repair. I wrote down on here that Capital One was $995, and then I put $1,505 for the future repair. That puts us at a balance of $2,500 that we need altogether. And so each of these little spaces is going to be $25 each. And so we will start coloring this in our next month closeout. And we will just do everything we can to make sure that we get this stuff taken care of quickly, so that we can move forward and continue our journey of getting out of debt. So, all right, my friends, that's my biggest update, and I'll get back to expense tracking tomorrow, Tuesday. Bye. Happy Tuesday, fellow budgeters. Remember when I said nothing happened in our checking account and it was all going to come out today? Well, there it is. So, and actually I've already realized I made a mistake. Okay, I'm going to cross this out because that means I wrote it in there twice. Okay, so, excuse me. Here is where we are at. Where am I? Brandy. Where am I? Okay. So when we went grocery shopping over the weekend, we overpaid, like we went over budget a little bit. And so here is that purchase. We over budgeted at Walmart, but the part of the problem was because I bought a new pair of sandals so that I could wear with my Easter dress. So there's that part is me. And then this part is the rest of the food. So we didn't go too bad over budget. Here is the $244 that it was deposited for our debt binder money. And then my husband did some yard work for a neighbor and he earned $100. So that was put into our account. Costco, we had our usual pizza Friday night from Costco. That was cool. This is the first time I went to Costco by myself, and it was lovely. And before I started my shopping, I put in my order for my pizza, and I got just the one pizza. And then when I was done shopping, my pizza was ready, and it was great. And then I just brought it home. This, I didn't know what to categorize it under. So I just categorized it under my husband, Jason. This is, he bought mulch so that he could mulch the house that he was doing the yard work on. And so this expense came out of his money that he earned. So he was just doing it. It's not like it's his business or anything. So I didn't know what to put it under except for his own category. Here we filled up one of the vehicles, probably the van. And then we had Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts over the weekend. We got the van registered, which was right here. So now I'm just waiting on those tags, and then Jason's life insurance came out. So for this pay period that ends on Thursday, we're just waiting for my life insurance and my private student loan to come out. And then other than that, everything else has been paid from that pay period, and everything has been paid from this our previous pay period. And then for our cash, excuse me, here's $180 at Costco and $120 at Walmart, which equals $300. So I had just a few cents and I threw them in here already. We're about 2/3 of the way full on this guy. So slowly but surely we're getting there. All right, that is it for Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Wednesday, fellow budgeters. When we get close to the end of the month / end of the pay periods, things just seem to either move really, really slowly or really, really fast. And so today was kind of a fast and slow day. Hopefully the charge will come out tomorrow, but we did end up booking our hotel for the week that we were in Columbia, South Carolina. Not the full week. We're going to be staying with our in-laws for a couple of days and then staying in the hotel for a couple of days when we go to Columbia, South Carolina for Zoo Camp in June. So I ended up moving the money over so we could pay for that. Every month, my credit union takes $1 out of all the accounts that we have for their foundation. Here is some more groceries that we needed to get. I ended up getting travel insurance for our hotel stay. I don't know why I decided to do that. I kind of have this feeling that, like, I just had a feeling, so I just bought it. We had Bojangles on Sunday, and the Capital One card, that the debt payment for the Capital One card came out, because that is the payment for us getting the new tires. So, which is a bummer, but that's the way it is. And then we earned 16 cents from our dividend. Woohoo! And that's it for Wednesday. Things, hopefully, I'm still waiting for 2 more things to come out of my checking account for the end of this pay period. And then Friday starts a new one. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Thursday, fellow budgeters. Thursday. I just cannot believe we're like on April 24th. This year is flying by. But let's talk about the end of this pay period really quick. So, I had to move over $100 from our income account. So that is counted as earned income, because I just did not think that I didn't think that this was going to be enough. My chair is really creaky today. Do you hear it? I didn't think this was going to be enough for what we needed, what we had left coming out. So my husband filled up his car. So there's a gas purchase. This is our totally romantic anniversary dinner at Cookout. Here is the purchase of the hotel room for a couple of nights in Columbia, South Carolina in June. And then here is my life insurance. And then this is my private student loan. So that leaves us with an ending balance in our checking account with $66.58. And I have $120 in my cash envelopes. So that means that our starting balance for the May pay cycle, which is April 25th through June 5th, our starting balance is $186.58. So that's just when it comes to like the spending. I have more money than that. We have money in a little bit of money in a savings account. We also have my income account. But that is what is in our spending accounts, because that's all I track right here is just our spending accounts. So that's it. And then tomorrow will be payday. So hopefully the only thing we see in the checking account tomorrow is just the money coming in. My husband's money, we both get direct deposit into our income account. My husband's paycheck always like it says it's pending on Thursdays, even though payday is Friday. So I always move over a little bit. So I've already started that process to transfer some money over. And then my check will just automatically be in the income account tomorrow. So then I'll move over all the rest of the money that we need tomorrow. So we will see that little bit of money, but I'll start that in the May trackers because we will be in the May pay period. Does that make sense? I know, it's going to be crazy. And then when I do my month end, it's going to be crazy because my debt totals are going to be different in the book than they are in my debt binder book thing with the colors stuff. I know. It kind of blew my mind when I was thinking about it too. So anyway, that is it for today. I need to get this video edited so that tomorrow I'm not editing all the videos from all week long. And then tomorrow we will be going to the Banky Bank. So, all right, my friends, have a lovely Thursday. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. It's Friday and it's payday. So, what you see here is me putting the beginnings of our earned income into our checking account. And then our tithes, our monthly April tithes came out. So there is that. And then I already moved over the rest of the earned income that we need for this pay cycle. And you'll see that on the expense tracker on Monday, which will be a video you see next Friday. But anyway, let me know what you're doing this weekend. There is a Christian bookstore opening up near us, and I'm going to go to that. And then I am going to probably work on getting the downstairs bathroom ready to be painted. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that. Kind of a full weekend we've got going on. But anyway, I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Comment down below, let me know what you're doing. And I will see you on Tuesday with a cash stuffing video. Bye.